We're all here, so we're gonna go in and we're gonna talk to some of the mine folks, is what is happening. Anyway, we're alone. Your phone buzzes. I love our friends. Hey! Can you hear us? Try saying something. Oh yeah, we're on a three-way call. Can't... Nope, can't hear you. Nope. Can't hear you, sorry. Nah, very funny. You coming through crystal clear on my end. Nothing to do now but enter the worksite. Enter. You pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property of Scarlet Hollow Mine. Me... How is... Alright, I've turned up the music a little bit. So just let me know if it gets a little much. You pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property of Scarlet Hollow Mine. I'm in. Alright, Morpheus. Good to know. Oh, that's gotta be on our list. Hang on. Action movie list. The Matrix. For sure. Also, if y'all have suggestions for things to add to our action movie list, let me know. Alright. Approach the nearest group of miners. Go straight to the main office to find your cousin. Ooh. No, I don't think we should find our... I kind of want to find our cousin. Mostly because it's opposite of what I know we did last time. But I think we're going to get more info if we talk to the miners. Ooh. Main office. Let's play a little let's get on our cousin's good graces, quote unquote, maybe? No. The whole point is that we're trying not to be seen by our cousin. I remember now from last time. Alright, approach the nearest group of miners. You approach the nearest group of miners, a blonde woman, a broad-shouldered man, and an old-timer. Their uniforms identify them as Harrison, Davis, and Zax. Got a reason for bothering us? Tabitha's cousin. See anything weird lately? Do you know about a guy named Wayne? What do you think of Tabitha? Y'all should get out of town. So I met this guy on the bus. Let's talk about Wayne. Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? Yeah, we knew him. He was such a cut-up. Missed that dude. What happened to him? Miners shift for a moment, uncomfortably glancing at one another. Isn't that the guy y'all said was, He's gone. That's all that matters. Consider what? What happened to him? What are you, some sort of cop? No. Yeah, I'm a cop. Looking into whatever happened to Wayne. I'm I don't want to drop that card. No, I'm just gonna, just tell me what happened. Fuck off. Hey, Zach, come on, man. No, I've been here decades longer than you, and I know bait when I see it. Let's get out of here. Our shift's gonna start anyway. Sorry. Dang it! Miners pack up their things and leave. Boo! Another group. You head over to the next group of miners. Oh! Before you can reach the miners, you're struck with an intense feeling. You recognize the hollow terror as the same thing you felt last night when you set eyes on that awful man in the miner jacket. Uh-oh. Hi, buddy. You shouldn't have come here. It's dangerous. What are you? Flesh and blood, much like yourself. You don't have to be afraid of me. I'm the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget about that. Even if it's already too late to stop what's gonna happen. Staring quiet terror. What's gonna happen? Before you can say another word, the figure is gone. Totally fine. Hey, Bean, you still there? We've just been getting static from you. Okay, bye, Wayne. Wayne got the jump on me. Whoa. I thought I saw you talking to someone down there. You okay? Let's see. He said some really ominous shit to me. Ooh. Whatever he is, I don't think he's human. I hate to say it, but with how the call went to static, what if he's a ghost? Like, actually a ghost? You hate to say it, Stella, I don't think anything would make you happier than Wayne being a ghost. Also, ghosts aren't real. Hey, now, just because I want ghosts to be real doesn't mean I want this ghost harassing Bean. He said some really ominous shit to me. I'm the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. That sort of thing. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Yeah, I care about your safety. Just means we're on the right track. I'm not about to back down. Wayne trying to make me leave just means we're on the right track. I'm not about to back down. Whoa, so brave. Heck yeah, Bean. We got your back. Ooh, I'm gonna find Tabitha first. She deserves to know what's going on. She does kind of deserve to know what's going on. Yeah, I'll tell them. I'm gonna find Tabitha first. She deserves to know what's going on. Make your way to the trailer in the middle of the camp. I'm gonna hang up. Hey guys, I'm gonna hang up real quick. I don't want Tabitha to think I'm spying on her. You disconnect from the call before opening the door. I wonder if you didn't do that, if like they would think that you died or something. That'd be interesting. Oh, hello. A band. Oh, it's October. Oh, nice. You enter Tabitha's trailer and find her sitting at her desk, her head buried in her hands. What are you doing here? I can just leave if you want. No, you're already here. Might as well tell me what's so important. I just wanted to spend some time with you. Who is Wayne? He keeps following me. I don't know what to tell you. Look, I'm sure if you ask around about him, you'll hear some rumors, especially from my employees. They like to gossip. There was a man named Sam Wayne who worked here for a spell, and then he disappeared. Happens all the time in this line of work. People show up for a job from out of town, and they disappear one day after getting paid. I don't know what happened to the man. I didn't even know if he was still alive, but of course, my workers blame me for him running him off. Whatever, it's easy to blame the mean boss for that sort of thing. If you've seen him around, that's news to me, and also none of my business as he is no longer in my employ. Is there anything else I can help you with? Ditchlings. There's monsters in the woods, Tabitha. I know it's hard to take seriously, but we caught them on camera, and they're supposedly a portent of doom for the town. I'm not asking you to believe me, but I'm asking you to take me seriously. I don't know anything about monsters in the woods, but if there's some kind of doom coming for this town, it'll be because I'm not able to do my job. Dots? Coal's a tough industry, Bean, as I'm sure you know. The seam in these hills aren't exactly untapped either. This mine's been operating for almost 200 years. It'll run dry at some point, maybe even in my lifetime, but I'll do whatever I have to if it means this place lasts just a little longer. Over 100 people work for me, and for each of these people, this is it. This is the best job they're ever gonna get. I don't like doing layoffs. I don't like doing cuts, and I don't like seeing my childhood home crumble around me. But every day I get up and do what needs to be done to save this town from ruin. This is really interesting new dialogue because we haven't... I think the last time I played this, we were a bit more like standoffish to Tabitha. Because we're like, what the heck is your deal? So she wasn't this forthcoming, I don't think. Not that I believe anything when it comes to Stella and monsters, but who cares if you two saw a harbinger of doom? I see that every day. Oh, well, leave it at that then. Look, I'm kind of swamped right now. I was actually getting ready for a big meeting when you walked in, but if you want, you can just wait here for an hour or so and I can swing back when I'm done and pick you up. Just don't go around bothering my men. Don't move a muscle, don't so much as make eye contact with them. They're supposed to be working. I'll see you then. Tabitha leaves the room. Oh, man. As soon as she's gone, you place Kanika's earbuds back in your ears and redial the group. Hi, is everything good? That was a mistake. What a waste of time. I mean, I do think she's hiding something. That woman's hiding a lot of things, but if some of those things are related to what's happening in town... Oh, come on, Neeks. Cut Bean some slack. Tabby's not that bad. She totally is, though. No use sticking around here. Head back outside to continue your investigation. Regroup. Let's... I guess we regroup. Oh, hello. As you leave Tabitha's office, you take a moment to get your bearings, only to be interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of a hill. Hey, I think I just saw Rosalina. Wait, really? What is she doing here? Clearly, she's doing a delinquency. We should call Oscar. Yeah, he was asking about her. Let's handle that after we catch up with her. Oh my god. We're going in. There's a little guy in the tree. Do you see him? He's right up here. Hello, guy. You rush over to the hill and get your bearings, the sounds of active mining fading into the distance. Rosalina is nowhere to be found, but dusty footprints point towards a nearby mine. Something about the mine feels wrong, as though cold anger lies burning inside, sucking the life from the surrounding hills. This is the site of a mass grave. She didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago. After a collapse that killed over 100 people. And here I thought Stella was going to be the one to drag me into an abandoned coal mine. Have teens always... The kids... Are the kids alright? Hey, remember all those bad feelings I got last night? This place feels straight up cursed. I mean, like Kanika said, a lot of people died down there. There's a lot of spooky history in this place. For all we know, maybe all that death left some kind of mark down there. Okay, just because a bunch of people died in there doesn't mean it's cursed. Come on, I'm not about to let Rosalina get hurt in there. Even if it means I have to go underground. Whoa, you sure, Neeks? Bean and I can handle this on our own. Yeah, I'm sure. As much as I hate confined spaces, I hate the thought of other people getting trapped down there even more. Stella and Kanika disappear into the mines. Before you follow, you briefly wonder if you should let Tabitha know about this. Yeah, I'll try. Pull out your phone and dial your cousin. What is it? You know I'm in a meeting. Yeah, a kid just... There's whisper noises. I highly recommend wearing headphones if you like that kind of thing, because like they're so subtle, it's like ridiculous. Kid just snuck into the straw mine. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? A lot of things keep happening to me. Whatever. I'll head over there soon. As soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me. All right? God, I didn't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you'll listen. No. Listen, I got mystical, I got magic eyes. I gotta go in there. I called you as a courtesy, but I'm not gonna wait around for you. I swear to God. I'm sorry. Go in. You take a deep breath and follow your new friends into the mine. The inside of the mine is warmer than you'd expect, the air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and your companions to hunch over, your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. Hey, you made it! I told you they would. For a second there, Kanika thought you might make a beeline for Tabby. Actually, I kind of did. I called her before coming in. You didn't. I was hoping we'd be able to get Rosalina out of here without anyone calling the cops on her. Or us. Tabitha better not try to have us arrested for trespassing. Oh, I wouldn't worry about her calling the cops. I snuck into the mine dozens of times, and she's never called the cops on me. That's because you two have a weird thing. I'm pretty sure Tabitha actively hates me, and believe me, the feeling is extremely mutual. Well, what matters is that the gang's all here. We'll find Rosalina in no time. Press on. Let's go. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs in thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Oh good, a surprise work call. Enjoy. Or don't have a normal time. Jesus, it's cramped down here. Does anyone else's chest feel, tight? I certainly can't say I'm one for dark and stuffy places, and I just skipped that real hard. Oh. There we go. This place seems much more suited for a cat, if I do say so myself. Yeah, abandoned mines are way more claustrophobic than people expect them to be, and this one's real bad. You know, because of the child miners, or should I say the miners? Kanika visibly shudders. Okay, I'm not superstitious, but if there's one way to make sure you get haunted, it's cracking jokes about dead child laborers while we're walking on their graves. What can I say? I do my best to tempt the spirits wherever I go. I actually snuck down here a few times to try to get some good footage, part of my ghost hunting phase. Jesus, Stella, the things you do for your viewers. Did you find anything? I wish. If any place in Scarlet Hollow was actually haunted, it'd be this mine, hands down. But all I got was dust in my lungs and a couple of false alarms. Stella pauses as the sound rushes overhead. Oh my god, what was that? The mine's gonna collapse and we're all gonna die in here, aren't we? Stella sighs longingly. That's just how the wind sounds down here. You sound so disappointed. It just brings back memories of my last foray into these depths. Every time I thought I'd finally found a spooky ghost, there wound up being a very unghostly explanation. Like local wildlife, for instance. Babies! Stella turns her flashlight up towards an alcove overhead. Hey, what's the big idea? Yeah, we was sleeping here. Shut that light off, you nosy bastards. I am so sorry for my companions. Stella means well, I assure you. God, the bats. Those guys got me real good last time I was here alone. I'm sure you're quite worried about me after my behavior last night, Bean, but let that interaction be assurance that my temper is most wholly under control. I wouldn't dare venture away from the safety of my Stella's arms in a horrible place like this. Oh my god, there are bats down here. I'm gonna get rabies, aren't I? I'm gonna get rabies and die in a mine collapse. Kanika's doing fine. You holding up okay, Deeks? Yeah, sorry, I'm just a little on a... Kanika stopped mid-sentence by a thunderous knock echoing from deeper in the mine. Oh, okay, what was that? That was death. Of that I am certain. That was, I have no idea what that was. Did that sound like knocking to you guys? A hateful broken presence stirs in the deep. It doesn't want you here. Oh my god. Oh no. That was a warning. We have to move fast before something terrible happens here. Whoa, you don't think it's Tommyknockers, do you? Okay, no, Tommyknockers are not real. They're not allowed to be real. Are you trying to give me a panic attack? I'd love to spend some extra time poking around down here. Maybe it's got something to do with the mystery. The three of you are interrupted by a second, much less distant sound of a can being popped open. Okay, now that wasn't Tommyknockers. Came from this way. Follow me. These kids are in so much trouble. You and Kanika follow Stella further into the mine. There we go. You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageways give way to a small cavern. A group of teens turns and stares at you with annoyance. What the hell are you all doing in here? What the hell are you all doing in here? You creeps, are you stalking us? Yeah, creeps. I just said that, Alexis. If you want an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon. If I wanted an echo. Let's see. What are you, 5? What are you guys even doing down here? This is the most miserable place I've seen in my entire life. This place isn't miserable. It's cool and rad. Who the hell are you exactly? That's Bean, Tabby's cousin. Rosalina, your dad is worried sick about you. And if you ask me, he was right to worry. Why the hell would you be hanging out in an old mine? Why did you think it would be good to do that? Is the Maxwell place not dangerous enough? Because no one actually comes in here, duh. Everyone knows we hang out at the Maxwell place now, so we had to find a new hideout. Which you instantly found, so I guess we have to find an even more secluded place where we can just be ourselves. Can't believe your dad sent people to follow you, Rosalina. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. You should at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's really not asking for much. Don't you kids have school tomorrow anyway? It's fall break. And we're not kids? Yeah, we're teens. Young pups these days. Absolutely no respect for their elders. Are those canned strawberry margaritas? Where did you even get those? Most of the teens avoid eye contact. The quiet one in the back tries to melt into the cavern wall. Oh, no, I know that isn't you, Miles. It had better not be you. Yeah, whatever, it's me. What are you even doing here? Becca's right. Sounds to me like you're stalking and harassing and all that. You're supposed to be minding the store. It's not like anyone even comes in on Tuesdays. And Mom's there, so it's fine. Eyes dart uncomfortably around the cavern as Kanika tears into her brother. It is not fine. It's extremely not fine. Why do I always have to be the responsible one? You know what I would give to be as carefree as you? I left school so you would have a chance to live your life. And this is what you're doing with it? What would Dad think if he could see this? Stealing booze from the family store to dick around in an abandoned mine. Dad's dead, Kanika. But if you were here, he'd be disappointed you wound up being such a bossy jerk. Who cares if we're having canned margaritas somewhere nobody's supposed to bother us? Can't you at least do your underage drinking somewhere a little safer? Oh, and what are you, an expert on mine safety? They only abandoned this place because there wasn't enough coal left to bother digging anymore. My dad told me, and he's an actual foreman at the continuous mining facility, so he knows what he's talking about. Wait, I thought your dad was a charge hand. No, Alexis. He got promoted last month, and he says this place is totally safe, and we can hang out here anytime we want. Hi, Tabitha. Correction. Your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning. What? Oh, shit. Oh, hey, Tabby. Kanika sighs. It's probably for the best she's here. Do none of you understand what a boarded up mine... Hello, is this game queer? This game looks queer. It certainly can be. I'm pretty sure that these two, Tabitha and Stella, have girl feelings for each other. Stella's for sure canonically gay. I'm pretty sure there's other people in here that are also gay, because Black Tabby games are incredible and super wonderful and wonderful. Also, hi Key, how are you? It's good to see you. This is a Appalachian horror visual novel. There's some content warnings. Please be well aware. But it's great. When girls get girl feelings, it's so just like, mwah. I'm glad you're here. Do none of you understand what a boarded up mine entrance is supposed to mean? It means it's closed, condemned, not fit for human use. Aw, come on. This place is way sturdy. Check it out. You're good. You're cooking pasta. The teen with the beanie jumps up and slaps a strut on the ceiling. Oh, was that the knocking we were hearing earlier? Oh my god, Zane, cut it out. You're embarrassing us. I'm sorry for Zane's behavior. I don't think he realized how extremely 8th grade it is to jump up and hit things. No offense, Rosalina. None taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature. Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill. And smart, too. Enough? The damage is already done. Now leave. I'm tired of people in this town dragging my cousin headlong into danger. Ooh. Can't believe I actually agree with Tabitha about anything, but this is the worst place I've ever been in my entire life, and I would like to see the sun before I the sun again before I die. I'd like to be able to read words. Oh, come on, you guys. Maybe it's not a big deal. We used to do dangerous things all the time, and I still do dangerous things now. Who are we to tell them where they can hang out? I don't know who you think you are in this situation, Stella, but I own this mine. It is entirely within my rights to tell them to leave, much like it is entirely within my rights to tell you to leave. Was your lifetime ban from my mind's not a clear enough message for you? Hell yeah, Tabitha, tear into that sad 20-somethings to shreds. Hey, I'm defending you. And I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? My Stella can't possibly be sad with me around. How absolutely rude. These pups need to learn some manners. Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad. So she's sad. So what? Give it a few years, you'll be sad too, and all your joints will hurt. The passage of time is inescapable. Look, we just wanted to give Rosalina a good time. Her home life sucks right now. Yeah, tell them about where you have to sleep, Rosalina. We've been living in the library for the past couple weeks. Dad says we can't stay at our house. They got a hot plate and a couple cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually a pretty sick setup. No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. Oh, no, this is about your house being haunted, isn't it? No. What fresh hell is this? Oh my god, did my dad tell you that? Yes. Why did you say it like that? I bet he couldn't afford it anymore and is lying to you to save face. What a coward. Becca, I don't think you can, like, say that about other people's families. Isn't that, like, bullying or something? This cool teen in the corner does, in fact, have a weed hat and also what is clearly Bugs Bunny absolutely just zorted out of his brain. It's real good. Shut up, Zane. Oscar actually invited us to check it out when we saw him earlier today. It could make for a fun non-abandoned coal mine related activity. Just throwing it out there. There's no ghost, Stella. It would be really cool if there was, but Becca's right. I wish you could just be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it. Like I'm still a little kid. Ugh, you're all children, and none of you realize how good you have it. Back in the day, each and every one of you would be pulling 12-hour shifts in this exact mine. If it weren't for child labor laws, the 5 of you might still actually have some actual character. Jeez, Tabitha. Exactly. Rosalina's not that mature anyway. She still sleeps with stuffed animals. That doesn't mean she's not mature. I still have pork chop, you know. I rest my case. Wait, what did you say about child labor? Eighth grade? Yeah, I think you're right. Oscar should treat you more like an adult. At least one of you sees reason. Thanks, weird stranger. I wish it were easier to convince him of that. Yo, we should break in and, like, ghost bust it or something. Oh my god, Zane, you can't ghost bust if there is no ghost. Also, Rosalina lives there. She can't break into her own house. There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust it if it's actually real. If it isn't real, well, problem solved. You know, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house until Stella ghost busts your place. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch. Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There's no ghost. I don't care, and I can't believe I wasted this much time trying to argue with children. I'm washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. 8th grade, what does that translate into in European? I don't quite know. It's, so in the US, we have elementary school and middle school and high school. So like usually it's primary school, I think is typically what would be considered up until like 6th grade in the US. And I think everything middle and high school would be secondary school, if that's, I think. So it's just before, like 8th grade, I think is like they're usually around 12 to 13 years old, somewhere around there. So whatever is equal to that. Work call wasn't as bad as you thought. Wasn't good either. Oh, that's, yeah, exactly. Middle school. Yeah. Just before getting into like the higher part of teenage education. Yeah. You hear that, Miles? We're leaving. I suggest the rest of you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lungs or gets crushed by rocks or meets any one of many terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines. Speaking of... Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. Some of the biggest knockers you've ever seen. I hate it. That wasn't me, I swear. Then, 5th in French since we count backwards. Oh, interesting, really? Oh. So you start, so like the start of school, I know it's a really tense moment, but this is really interesting and I didn't know that. So like when you're young, when you're like a little kid, you're a higher grade, quote unquote. So like 12th grade or so. That's really interesting. That's so interesting. Then, what was it? Come on, Stella, didn't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mind noises? It's Tommy knockers for sure. I know this isn't why we came down here, but we've got to check it out. Middle school is 6th, 5th, 4th, and 3rd, and then high school is 2nd and 1st, and then terminal. Oh man, you're about to go. The schooling is about to end. That's so funny. That's really great. Stella. I know, but weird stuff's been happening around here the past few days. What if this is our chance to get an actual solid lead? The stakes couldn't be higher. Do you have no sense of self-preservation? I want you out of here, Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby, you can come along too. If you guys are going after something spooky, count me in. Nobody is going deeper into the mine. Nobody is staying in the mine. You're all leaving. Please listen to Tabitha before my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Neeks. It will not. Wait a second. Where'd 3 of you run off to? Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. Wow, Kanika, maybe if you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you would have noticed them sneak off. I noticed them sneak off, and like I've been zoning out the whole time we've been here. Oh, they must have squeezed through that child-sized tunnel. Dang, I always wondered where that goes. I've never been able to get these hips through there. It's probably for the best, dear. Stella, stop seeking into my minds. Please, I am literally begging you. If only all these tunnels down here were wide enough for adults, we could already be done with this little mess, but no, there just have to be remnants from a bygone era. Didn't you just talk about how child labor was the good old days a minute ago? I was trying to get you to leave my mind. Becca's head pops from the tunnel's entrance. Look at this little squiggly mouth. We are not about to let you come here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe? I've been in here 1,000,000 times. Yeah, and if Becca says we're safe, then we're totally safe. Whatever, come on, you two. I know a cool spot this way. Okay, I think I know where that tunnel rejoins the rest of the mines. I'll go look for them, and I want each and every one of you to take note of the fact that I'm doing that. If those idiots get themselves lost and die, I'm not letting their families sue me into the ground. Are those really your priorities right now? Yeah. Do you have a problem with that? I want the rest of you out of my mind. Except for you, Bean. I'm not letting you out of my sight. Yeah, sure. I can never fit in this tunnel anyway. They've crossed a barrier I cannot, so my time here is up. But only because Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow. Whatever. I still have to do my dailies anyway, and the service on here sucks. Yeah, you're underground, Miles. I will happily escort those two knuckleheads out. No, you are not about to weasel your way into this, Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby. I've been down here a ton. I can totally help out. Tabitha sighs. Oh, there's no getting rid of you, is there? Fine, I won't waste my time arguing. We could just all leave. I have to come with you, Stella. Don't push Tabitha's boundaries like that. Well, yeah, actually. Ooh, we could be weird and mystical. There's nowhere around it. It isn't just those kids. We'll do that second, I think. I do think it's like... I think that there... I'm trying to remember, but I'm also trying not to, like, meta it. There's a reason that Tabitha doesn't vibe with Stella anymore. And I think it's a little bit because... But shouldn't get into the middle of this. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm leading as well. Because I don't know the deals. So, I'm not getting in the middle of this. There's nothing to get in the middle of. It's fine. I said Stella can tag along. You know you're happy I'm coming with. Well. Let's be weird and mystical. There's no way around it. It isn't just those kids. Something's calling out to us from down below. I can imagine Bean just kind of like staring off into the middle distance, like towards the ground saying this. Noted. Let's not linger any longer than we have to, shall we? Want me to take Gretchen with me? I don't know if it'll be easier to cover more ground without her. I know it'll be easier. Ugh. Excuse me. I am a formidable and self-sufficient monster hunting companion. Huh. Yeah, that's probably for the best. I don't want to repeat of last night, and who knows if we have to do any climbing. Oh, baby. I'll see you on the other side, hopefully soon. For sure, we won't be long. Cool, can't wait to bust some ghosts tomorrow. Yeah, righteous, man. Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah, that face. Kanika, Miles, and Zane head towards the entrance of the mines, leaving you, Tabitha, and Stella to find the remaining teens. Them youths. All right, no dawdling. We should be able to catch up with them if they go this way. You and Stella exchange a glance as Tabitha ventures forward. Venture. As the three of you move deeper into the mine, you hear echoes of conversation bounce across the walls. Becca, why are we doing this again? I thought you thought Tabitha was, like, real cool. Why are you trying to get her all mad? We're doing this because Tabitha is really cool. She doesn't let anyone boss her around, so we can't just let her boss us around. Aw, you hear that, Tabby? Somebody thinks you're cool. Can't believe she used to hang out with that nobody like Stella. Hey! I don't know. I think Stella's kind of cool. Her videos are really neat. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of a YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor? Her face? That's straight up like... this face, 100%. I mean, not yet, but I'm in talks with Meat Rice, and I make plenty from ads and donations. I wish they were gossiping about me. I'm just glad they're not gossiping about me. I think we're just gonna press on. We're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep going. Ah. Another knock. Closer. Interrupts your thoughts, followed by another, followed by another. Is it just me, or is that knocking coming from the same direction as those kids? It's not just you. Okay, that knocking is starting to freak me out. Calm down, Rosalina. It's just mine sounds. Did you guys see that? No, it was just a shadow. There's no reason to get freaked out. I saw it. Shut up. There's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me. Are you sure this tunnel is going to meet back up with us? What did they see? What if they're the ones knocking? God, there's so many options. I knew coming down here was a bad idea. Are you sure the tunnel's gonna meet back up? Yeah, I'm familiar with all the old maps of this place. There should be a central chamber not too far from here where everything joins back up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's not waste time. The less time, the better. God, this would suck. Much like last time, it feels bad. As you progress deeper into the mine, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. Drums in the deep. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. A century-old ladder is the only way forward. In the darkness beyond, you can hear the echoes of terrified teens, their panicked arguing bouncing around the pitch-black corridors. The pit radiates rage, a white-hot anger. It hates you. But at the heart of it, you can sense something else. A quiet hum of a darker presence. The heart calls to you, desperate to be witnessed. And here we are. The tunnel they crawled through passes through the chamber below. It shouldn't be hard to find them once we get down there. I've never been this far in. Congratulations, Stella. You got what you wanted. Tabitha crawls up to the ladder and disappears over its edge. All right, let's do this. Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins to climb down. Follow them into the pit. Into the pit. I'm pretty sure this is the way back. Come on. Pretty sure? I thought you'd been down here before. Okay, maybe I didn't get this far in, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I definitely remember the way out. Hurry. I don't want to be down here anymore. I think it was actually this way. Oh, shut up. No one even wanted you to come with us anyway. Becca. Oh, this is fine and normal and good and fine and normal. Yep, they're close, all right. Good thing they're so damn loud. Sounds like they're really lost. The voices around you, those of the teens and your companions, sound odd, distant. There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it. Let's go! You don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest. A desperate need to perceive and be perceived. Wrap yourself in the darkness of the pit. Good. Hey, are you all right, Bean? Bear witness. Ah! What do you think you're doing? Get away from there. Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Arms. You said we wouldn't use this shipment. You know it's compromised. I feel like this is new. I don't remember this. We can't afford to wait on new wood, Charles. We can't afford to wait on new wood, Charles. We had to go ahead with it. It's still sturdy enough. It'll get the job done. Bean? Are you all right? Oh, thank God you're alive. It looked like you had a seizure or something, and then you and Tabby just conked out. I'm fine. You can barely open your eyes. You're not fine. Neither of you move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourself while you still recovering from whatever that was. I'm gonna go get you both some help. I'll be back soon, I promise. Don't die on me, all right? You fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue. You raise up to your elbows, head still swimming from the visions, your surroundings coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than before. Oh, God. Through it, you once again hear the panicked voice of bickering teenagers echoing down the stone corridors. We're going to turn this down just like a tiny bit. Becca, you're just getting us more lost. It's this way. Oh, the Fayo is... If you're so sure, then why don't you just leave? Can't believe I let Alexis talk me into inviting you in the first place. Becca, I'm just trying to help. I said go. Okay, I will. Alexis, you don't have to go with her. You know that, right? Pick a side, Alexis. I'm sure Becca knows where we're going. She wouldn't just lies. Sorry, Rosalina. The increasingly desperate voices of the teens are drowned out by the thunderous knocking. You can practically feel the ground shake beneath you. You can almost see the walls vibrate with the intensity of the hellish sound. God, that knocking is not helping my headache. What the hell just happened? Both of us were just shown the dark truths of this place, the sins that were committed, the deaths that followed. There's gotta be fumes or something down here. It's an old mine. These places are death traps. We probably just hallucinated. Are you literally gaslighting me? Literally? I said I saw it too. Stop being weird. We're leaving. Rosalina appears in the passageway to your left, out of breath and teary-eyed. I'm so sorry I sneaked off like that. I just wanted Alexis to think I was cool. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rockfall. I don't know what the hell is up with this knocking, but that is the sound of a mine collapse. Quick, up the ladder, both of you. Oh, wait, Becca and Alexis are still down here. You can't just leave them here. I know which way they were going. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. Do you have a death wish, little girl? This isn't a movie. The best thing we can do to help these little girls right now is to not be buried alive ourselves. Ah, jeez. We're going to get... Wait, okay, let's do this. Bean, don't do this to me. Don't you do this to them. Are you trying to get us killed? Thank you, they're back this way, hurry. I mean, you can go. Rosalina goes back the way she came. Ah, you run after her. The mines shake with each new thunderous blow as bits of rocks and dust fall off from the ceiling and scatter on the floor around you. Rosalina leads the way and Tabitha isn't far behind you. I thought you knew the way out. I thought you'd been down here a million times already. I was making it up, okay? I swear to God, Bean, if we get stuck down here. I'm glad you decided to come along. You won't regret it. We'll see about that. Well, come in, just stay where you are. Ah. Hello. Rosalina, you came back. I don't want to die down here. Then move. Okay. Get out. Move your whole ass. You quickly push your way back towards the entrance, pieces of fallen rock littering the path around you. All of you start climbing. Oh, all of you start climbing now. Once the last scene is up, Tabitha grabs onto the ladder and starts climbing. Get out of the pit. You follow suit and start climbing. This way, come on. Your cousin moves with the kind of swiftness you'd expect from someone who spent her entire working life in and around coal mines. Why could you just listen to someone other than yourself, Becca? I'm sorry, okay? God. You push forward, your burning muscles giving way to pure adrenaline. To your horror, you see cracks forming in the walls of the tunnels. Come on, we gotta go faster. We're almost there, I can see the entrance. I remember what happens. Your surroundings quake as the mine collapses around you. Oh, a poor little foot. And then the knocking fades. And you feel safe, having arrived back at the entrance in one piece. What the fuck? What the fuck? Rosalina, are you okay? Clearly she's not okay. Shut up, Becca. It was your idea to go down there in the first place. This is your fault. Ah, shit. Why did this have to happen? Okay, the knocking stopped at least. All of you stay exactly where you are. I'm gonna make some calls. This really hurts. Stella and Kanika pop their heads through the mine entrance. Tabitha just stormed out of there. Are you... Oh my God. Rosalina, can you hear me? We're gonna get you out of there, okay? Stella's already called an ambulance. But that means cops are gonna come. They're gonna know I was drinking. They're gonna know that we went out here to drink, right? Becca, that doesn't matter. If my dad finds out, he'll kill me. He can't know. Oh, Becca. Becca scampers away. Don't worry about her, Rosalina. She's being an asshole. One of us should wait by the gate to make sure they can find us up here. I should check in with Tabby. See if she sees she needs... Whoa. See if she needs help. We're gonna get you help. Everything's gonna be okay. All right, I'll go down to the gate. It's so sad. This is the good ending for these teens, by the way. Rosalina, I'm so sorry. I'll be back soon. We're gonna get you out of there and you're gonna be just fine, okay? Bean and Alexis will keep you safe until then. Don't worry, pup. I know you're sick, but I'm here to keep you warm. Am I gonna die? Rosalina, don't say things like that. Ooh. Probably sorry. No, let's do some mystical, but, like, it feels good. There's only the present moment. Just focus on your breath. Thanks, Bean. Rosalina's breath comes in quick, irregular bursts. If I don't make it, tell my dad I'm sorry. I'm the one who has something to be sorry about. This is all me and Becca's fault. We should have never gone down there. It's not your fault. I went down there because I wanted to. Rosalina pauses, catching her breath. Thank you, Bean. I'm glad everyone else made it out okay. Couldn't have done it without your help. Gretchen's helping! The kid is... This... Medical Facts 101. This is called shock. The kid's not all right, and the body's like, hey, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go sleepy time junction because we can't think about anything. It hurts too bad. Couldn't have done it without your help. You should stop hanging out with Becca. This is why you shouldn't drink. Actually, so here's the thing. I am gonna give you this advice because this is actually important. You should stop hanging out with Becca. What are you trying to do? Make this some sort of after-school special? They're probably right, though. If I were just smart and brave like you, I wouldn't have let Becca drag me around down here. You wouldn't have to go after us, and then you wouldn't be... You're the nicest person I know, Rosalina. This just isn't fair. Rosalina, can you hear me? Yeah, I'm still awake. It just hurts like hell. Sorry, I shouldn't be pushing you to talk. I'll just hold your hand until they come back with help, okay? Just don't go to sleep just yet, pup. No need snoozing. There's a boy here, everybody. Alexis grasps Rosalina's hand. Tears streak down both of their cheeks as you sit in silence together, waiting for the long, anxious moments to pass before he arrives. A boy. Some of my men are on the way with rock lifts. We'll get you out of there soon. They're over here, Earl. Oh, Jesus H. Christ, you weren't kidding about the emergency. It'll still be a bit for the ambulance. The nearest depot's over in Brevard, so it'll be at least another half an hour. Jesus! You heard the man. You have half an hour to get her out of there. Move it. Rosalina, sweetie, I'm here. Dad, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You don't have to be sorry. It's okay. We're all here. You can hang on, Rosalina. I know you can. Yeah, but also... Got a tourniquet on that leg before you pop that boulder off? Just... Tabitha's men quickly get to work and manage to pull Rosalina out of the rubble just as the ambulance arrives. Yeah, but also blood loss. Oh, hi. What's up? Do you wanna... Is it time for... Is it lap? Are you coming up? Hold on, let me get you boy time. If I get to have boy time, then you all also get to have boy time. Hold on. Don't eat that, sir. Oops. Oh, that's not the right... That's not correct. That's not what we're looking at. Oh, why did it break? Oh, everybody. Cat cam broke. Dang it. Oh. Wait. Dang it. Oh well, he's here and he's lovely. Know that he's here and he's soft and he's gonna eat something that it's not meant to be eaten. So it's fine. Sir, I'm afraid there's no space in the back. Yeah. What do you mean I can't ride with her? You're better off driving behind us. We're headed to Brevard, so it's quite a ways. Is she gonna be okay? She's going to make it, right? Please, God. Yes, sir, I promise you. We're gonna do everything to keep her stable. Her vitals are looking good. Rosalina, my poor baby. I'll be there as fast as I can, okay? I promise you won't be alone. What a good dad. I love you, Dad. The paramedics load Rosaline into the back of the ambulance and drive off. Oscar approaches you off to the side as the police talk to Tabitha and her men. What the hell happened in there? It's like this seems a reality of fraying here and nobody is safe. Becca's awful. Hey, nobody died. That's true, but it doesn't answer my question. I feel like mystical... I'm gonna pick the mystical ones. It's weird, and it's weird, and it's cool, and it's weird. It's like the seams of reality are fraying here. Nobody's safe. Ominous, but not helpful. Sometimes you just gotta be weird. What Bean is trying to say is that Tommy knockers brought down the mine. I can't believe they're actually real, but I got some audio of the knocking on my phone. They must have been furious that we went down there. Doesn't matter what caused it. I'm just sorry it happened, Oscar. Hi. This is all my fault. She's been so angry with me. If I'd just been able to provide more stability, she wouldn't be doing things like putting herself in danger. I'm sure she thinks I'm making things up about our house being haunted, but I've seen things I can't explain, and it's only gotten worse over time. My offer still stands to check it out for you. Once you're back from the hospital, that is. Thanks, Stella. That means a lot. I've got to go. Mr. Gutierrez, is it okay if I come too? I want to be there for her. Of course, Alexis. It'll be good for her to see a friendly face. You're a good dad. Two of them head over to Oscar's car and drive off. Explore. Y'all, I saw something. Ooh. There was a stone carving on the wall of that pit. It gave me some sort of vision. I saw what happened to this place. The Scarlets caused the old collapse. Charles Shaw was set up. No way. Dude was a monster. I mean, the Scarlets were monsters too. They still are. What am I saying? Visions aren't real. Visions can't be real. That would be magic. I don't know, Neeks. You weren't down there. Bean and Tabby had, like, simultaneous seizures next to a creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie. Yeah. I saw something down there, like the shadows of dead miners. They were right behind you and right before you left, and they followed us when we went after Becca and Alexis. Did you not see them? Whoa, I didn't see anything other than the two of you in that carving. That's super weird. I don't want to doubt what you experienced, but you were deep in a dark abandoned coal mine. You might have just been primed to see things. The boy is licking my hand as if he is preparing to chomp. Hi, sleepy boy. Just don't eat me. Just don't eat me. You know, now that I think about it, that totally fits the profile for some of the Tommyknocker stories. What if they're actual bona fide ghosts? Oh, Stella. Everything that happened down there centered around that main chamber where I saw that carving. Stella showed me a photo. Weird stuff. Maybe you weren't entirely off base about the cult stuff you mentioned earlier today, but this thing felt old. Are you sure those were Tommyknockers? Depends on what you mean by sure. Is anyone really sure anything? They fit the description pretty well, and I don't know what else they'd be. I have no idea what happened in there. I need to do some reading on mind collapses, I guess. Ditchlings. Something's telling me that this is only the beginning of our ditchling problem. Now that you mention it, Kanika's mom said that the numbers we saw in the woods were a big deal. Nobody even died here tonight, and I feel like we were left with even more questions than we had this morning. And we had a lot of questions this morning. But, hey, maybe we just averted whatever disaster they were here to predict, though. Are there any hiding in this screen? No? No, not yet. This is all still a little too, magic for me. Just because two bad things have happened doesn't mean there's a pattern. Right?
The baby. Oh, baby. No.
Do you think Rosalina's gonna be okay? The paramedic said she was stable. She's a tough kid. She'll be okay. So, what happens now? Oh, hello. What happens now? We go home. Now, hold a minute, Miss Scarlet. Mind if we have a quick word with your cousin, miss? In private? Okay, fine. Just make it quick. And don't you dare try and pull anything on them. They did nothing wrong here. Ladies, I'm afraid that means you too. Don't you need to talk to us? We witnessed this too. Oh, sure, but that can wait. We know where to find y'all. What a coincidence running into you 2 nights in a row. This is my colleague, Deputy Derrickson. Pleased to meet you, Bean. Apologies for my absence yesterday. It was my special bowling night, you see. Man has to have his me time. But I was briefed on the events last night, even though we're still not sure if what went on could be considered a crime. Duke has been missing since then, though we found neither hide nor hair of him. Could be he's just on an extended hunting trip. True, he went on a hunting trip and has not returned. And probably will never return. And I hope he doesn't return, because that would mean there's a problem. It wouldn't be the first time he's done something like that. I was told the footage showed his supposed body, but we couldn't get that camera working, so no way to confirm until we track him down. Now, I understand both of these things are terribly unfortunate accidents that had nothing to do with you being in the area, but as officers of the law, you have to understand that we get a little superstitious when we see the same face multiple times in a row. We have to ask, what exactly were those teenagers doing in a shuttered mine owned by your family? Why were you down there with them? I don't have to talk to you. I know my rights. Hey, can we also talk about this man who's stalking me? His name's Sam Wayne, and he used to work at the mines here. Seems like an awful lot. Yes, sir? Like deflection to me, wouldn't you say so, Earl? This is a nice town. People don't go stalking strangers in these parts. Are you kidding me? Do your jobs. Can't you at least take a description? Fine. Listen. 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 Listen! You watch too many movies. Now can you tell us what happened down there? This town is haunted! We saw some teens sneak into an abandoned mine, so we went after them. We were just trying to do the right thing. Of course, very noble of you. Pardon our questions, just trying to gather all the facts, you see? Just being thorough. Our duty as officers of the law. Well, if there's nothing more you can tell us, I suppose we'll let you go on about your evening, but, we may be in touch. Excuse me. Duty. Deputy Derrickson tips his hat to you. The 2 officers wander back towards the mine. Derrickson takes notes as they examine the scene. You make your way towards Stella and Kanika. I still can't believe 2 nights in a row? Is it my fault, Neeks? Stella, no, this is all just awful coincidence. It's not your fault. Oh, hey, guess the cops are done with you. What, are they going to take you in for being present at an accident? Sorry if they gave you a hard time. Small town cops, you know. Yeah, just small town cops, that's for sure. Always blame everything on drifters, even acts of God, I guess. Excellent, you didn't get arrested. Now come on, let's get back to the estate. I'd like to get some rest before I have to deal with the fallout of everything that happened tonight. See you tomorrow, okay, Bean? Please stop trying to get my cousin killed, Stella. Come on, let's go. Tabitha starts walking to her car, pulling you by your arm. Are you kidnapping me? I'll text you when we're back. Vroom. Tabitha's angry. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You try to keep an eye on the surrounding wilderness as she drives, wary of what may lurk beyond the tree line. We'll say sorry, just because it sucks. Sorry about today. Tabitha doesn't answer. Okay. You drop it. Tabitha's eyes remain fixated on the road. Why do you treat Stella like that? Didn't you two used to be friends? It was a different time in my life. I just wish she'd get that we're not in high school anymore. I'm a different person than whoever she thinks she knows. Okay. You and Kanika really don't seem to get along. She pushes my buttons. Is there some kind of history there, or no? I quit talking. I need to focus on the road. Sir, excuse me, sir. You've never played with those before in your life. Why today? Excuse me? Excuse me? A menace at my desk? Here? On my Twitch.tv? I wish I could show you, but my camera's broken. He's just being a butt. Buddy, are you gonna show them what a butt you are? I mean, could you even see it? Could you even? He's not even gonna show up on camera. He's right here. Hi. There he is. There's the butt. There's the boy with the butt. Hi. He's doing so good. He's just eating things that he shouldn't eat because he just wants to be a baby. You're a big baby. Hi. Hi. What are you doing? Sir, I have a mystery to uncover, and you're being a supreme distraction. Just, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, what do you want? Alright, buddy, we're gonna get back to gaming now. Boop. There he goes. Great. Focus on the road. Okay, we're gonna get a little, sometimes you just got a baby. Your babies are excited. I love that. I'm gonna just stand up for myself a little bit. I don't appreciate being dragged off like that. It's been a long day, Bean. Are you really gonna make a fuss about me bringing you back to the estate? Don't answer that question. I don't have the energy to get into it. Okay, we just won't talk then. Fuck you. Your eyes wander back to the tree lane as you and Tabitha sink back into silence. Well, fine. Fine then. I feel like this dog in this painting looks more sad than usual. This little guy right here, I don't know. You once again cross the threshold into the estate. The musty stench of the decaying mansion greeting you with the undertones of mildew and wood rot. Well, this day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, and I'm sure it's the precursor of a horrifically stressful week. I'm going to bed. I suggest you do the same. Thanks for calling me about those kids, by the way. It was unexpected. You could have... No, you should have waited for me. I'm too tired to argue. I'll see you in the morning. I was wondering... Tabitha turns and makes her way up the stairs, her posture defeated. Aww. So, I forgot that you can look at all the big decisions that you've made. You head up to your room to turn in. Turn into what? You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. Head empty, body tired. After your time in the shaman, you barely even notice the dust. Your phone buzzes on the table. Oh, yeah. Y'all, these are those things, right? Oh, Kinika sends a pair of picture ditchlings. I saw them again, too. Another picture, this time from them staring from a tree. WTF, these things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more to them being here than the mine collapse. No way I'm sleeping tonight. You think about looking at the guest room window, but at this point you're too exhausted to leave your bed. The adrenaline from this evening is finally wearing off, replaced by a creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes, even as you stare down at the ominous pictures on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread balling in your stomach, you would almost feel comfortable as you settle in between the covers, your tired bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. When you close your eyes, you see Rosalina's face, twisted in pain, staring up at you with tear-streaked cheeks. Trapped by powers beyond her control, terrified of what her now uncertain future would hold. It's Dustin! Come and just say hello! No, your eyes shoot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open. Oh! Just the cat. It's always just the cat. Don't read into this. The woman kicked me out. Just want a warm place to sleep. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease, and you finally slip into a deep sleep. Oh. Downstairs. I don't remember this either. Who's there? Excellent. Excellent. Do a save. All right, let me grab the content warnings for chapter 3. And the content warnings that they do give, by the way, are things that could happen. Because this is so choice-based. So there are some content warnings that stuff might not happen. God, this game is so good. Dun, dun, dun. And I think what's really great about it is that I don't know what are things that we did do last time or saw last time, and what are new things, because they added so much new stuff to it. All right. Dun dun dun. All right, we got a new list. It's pretty great. Pretty great. All right, y'all. We'll get jumping into episode 3. Would you like to see a recap? No, we just played it. Thank you, though. All right. Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as the dull aches of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. You managed to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. As you pull yourself out of the bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shaw mine still stuck on your skin. Ooh, shower? Start your day without showering. Why would I do that? Get clean. Ooh. You step to the guest bathroom and turn on the shower. Water's hot and surprisingly enough, clean. As steam fills your lungs and soot washes the drain, you... Ooh. Every minute feels like another thread holding this town together starts to unravel. Thoughts of doom consume me. Think about someone special. Let's get consumed with thoughts of doom. That sounds like shower thoughts. Excellent. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself. Excellent. Doom thoughts. Doom thoughts in the shower. Check on Dustin. There are 2 of them now.
There's 2 of them now. 2.
Morning, Dustin. Who's your friend?
Her name Mom. She come to visit.
Dustin, Mom. Gotta stay with Dustin until glass house empty. Dustin says you not dangerous. Dustin is fool. All human dangerous. Mom not understand Dustin.
What happened to your glass home?
Asshole squatter move in. Kick Dustin Mom out. Squatter try to eat Mom. Squatter evil.
Squatter may be asshole, but squatter not evil. They just try to survive, just like all creature. Dustin still have much to learn. I've had a rough night. Can you console me?
Was it because of cat monster? Dustin was scared too.
Afraid. Hiss.
If cat monster want to eat Dustin cat monster, we'll have to go through Dustin Mom first. Dustin Mom will kill. Then Dustin and Mom eat like kings. This nature. This nature. I gotta go bye.
Okay.
They're the best. They're the best. They're the best. That's that. Oh, man. Let's look out the window. Totally normal window time. You hold your breath and approach the bedroom window. After finding that boot print and viscera in the garden yesterday, you can't help but anticipate something staring back at you. It's the same view. Great. Best. Closet. Great. Every time you see that doll, your heart skips a beat. It hasn't moved, right? Right? That's enough of this closet. Text the group chat. Text Stella. Text Kanika. Kanika. Send her a photo of an exhausted Ben Affleck. Hey, how are you holding up? You saw some things. It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. Text Stella. Send her a photo of a creepy mascot in a grungy basement. How are you holding up? Message the group chat. What's the game plan? Can't wait to ghost bust tonight. Send a photo of a pained old man. We'll do that. Yes! Good. You've done everything you wanted to do. Yes, correct. Oh, hello. Oh, I forgot about her. You enter the kitchen and find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Frou-Frou glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy as best she can. Vile woman destroying the natural order of my kitchen. Tabitha's eyes dart to the corner of the room, almost as if she's ashamed to be caught in the act of stress-eating ice cream for breakfast. Hey, cuz, how's it hanging? Hello?
Good morning. I'm Janie, just here to do my little weekly cleaning. Whatever cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do, at least. I could have this place looking brand new, you know.
Don't go making any big renovations or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is.
Okie dokie. So nice to finally meet you, Bean. I mean, I guess I did meet you on Monday when you popped into the diner.
Janie.
But seeing someone somewhere and meeting them face to face are two completely different things, I suppose. All I'm trying to say is it's wonderful to finally actually meet you, and I'm so happy part of this family is here to help Miss Tabitha company keep. She's just Janie. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha. Am I being too much again?
Tabitha grumbles in acknowledgement. Bonjour, Frou-Frou.
Bonjour, sacre bleu. Do not think you can just bonjour me just because I slept at the foot of your bed last night. I still despise you. 3 humans at once? This is abhorrent. Your stink would linger here for hours. How am I to bear it?
I see. Talking to my cat again. Are you sure you didn't get hit in the head last night?
Don't say good morning to your pets? I always make sure to talk to my farm cats and alpaca like they're people. To me, they kind of are.
We'll talk to Frou-Frou later.
That's right, Janie.
Janie, would you like my boiled nuts? Any updates on Rosalina? Yeah, they had to take her foot. She's lucky that's all they had to take. Cool. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream and then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I got an errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible's wound up happening, so you're coming with me. I haven't had any breakfast. Sure, I'll meet you outside. Given your track record, if I let you out of my sight, you'd probably just disappear into the wilderness, only to return in the middle of the night after burning down City Hall. If I'm lucky, you'll give me a call at some point between dousing the building in kerosene and lighting the match. Janie, lock up with you and leave, please. And don't go rearranging anything. I'll know.
Janie's pretty.
As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot.
Oh, Bean, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry you got caught up in that.
I remember who she is contextually now.
I'll be praying for Oscar and poor little Rosalina. They're such sweethearts. Couldn't happen to nicer people.
Let's be weird. Last night was an unavoidable tragedy, but I'm afraid there's more to come.
Oh, dear, that sounds just dreadful. Have you considered stopping by the church at some point this week? My husband's the pastor. He's been going absolutely stir-crazy since we moved here, but with nobody really attending sermons. It'd probably do him a lot of good to talk you through your worries.
Let's see. Maybe. We'll see.
Oh, take your time, of course. We're here all week, after all. Just know that you can stop by the church at any time. The door's always open.
Why do you clean this place?
Huh. I don't really ask myself that sort of question. It's a job. I get paid, and of course, I've known the family for a while, so it seemed like a decent thing to do to make a little extra money. Plus, maybe one of these days she'll actually let me really spruce up the place. Can you imagine it back in its full glory? It'd be a lot of work, but what a project.
Keep dreaming, Janie. Enough dawdling, we're leaving.
Okay. Bye, Frou-Frou.
And we go. The ride to town is uneventful. Your cousin, unsurprisingly, more focused on the road than on making conversation. All right, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. What are we doing? At the store? Picking up tea from Sybil. Oh, neat. What kind of tea? I don't know, the kind Sybil makes. She makes a bunch of weird stuff. I don't know what all of it's called. Ugh! Quit interrogating me about tea blends. Jeez. Shouldn't we be solving a mystery right now? A mystery? What mystery? The events of last night are pretty cut and dried. Like, come on. Is it more believable that the Shaw mine collapsed because of mysterious unseen forces, or is it more believable that it collapsed because it was a condemned mine that was unsuitable for human beings? People like Stella turn to conspiracy theories and the supernatural because they can't handle the truth that our world is ruled by chaotic forces that don't follow any kind of logical pattern. Bad things can happen to good people suddenly and for no reason. You can choose to accept that, or you can live in denial. You tap at the turn as the door to the general store bursts open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine, okay, keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Oh, baby. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Other people and their drama. More people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. You'd be a lot happier, actually. Whoever told you that you scare me? She's kind of going through it. It's unbecoming. You're unbecoming. Come on already, let's go.
Hi, Sybil.
Tea. The bells of the general store chime as you cross the threshold. The smells of old wood and steamy herbal tea flood your senses, making you feel instantly at home. Good morning, you two. Hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Bean, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will be just a minute. I'm afraid of Miles. What if he makes fun of me for being old? Is Kanika okay? Of course, she just needs time to cool down. Emotions are a little high considering everything what happened yesterday. She'll settle down soon enough. I'm just glad both of my little ones made it out okay. Fresh pickles are only 99 cents. Okay, let's see what we got here. We have ourselves lemon sticks. We have a squirrel. Authentic rocks. Assorted minerals. Pulled from the Scarlet mine. That sounds fine. We have little kitty plushies, little snaky plushies, little actual plushies. Fresh pickles, 99 cents. On this side, we have Pepsi. We have, hopefully not Dustin's dad. That would be sad. I would cry, probably. Snack and morsels, which are Boo Nuts, Bogwitch brownies, Choco Nuts. I think these are Ghost something. And then bread. Because we can always have bread. Delicious. Let's chat, Miles. So, Miles. Before you finish your thought, you're halted by the tinkling of bells announcing another patron. I remember who this is. Big. Oh, excuse me. Wait, you're Bean, aren't you? Bo. My name's Bo. I'm Duke's boy. It's a pleasure to meet you. He's so big. Policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy. Yeah. It wasn't pretty. Sorry, Bo. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you being honest with me. Policeman said he might be out hunting somewhere, but me and my mama both know he ain't coming back. Mom's pretty broken up about it. I'm trying to hold it together since I'm the man of the house now, but it ain't easy. Me and him was supposed to be bringing Big Betty to the state fair this week, but now he's gone, and as of this morning, so was she. Oh. Well, I suppose. So if I'm not going to be... So I suppose if I'm not going to the fair, I might as well make myself useful and get out in the woods to look for what's left of my daddy. You was there, right? Could you tell me where to look so I could try to find him? Is Big Betty one of your chickens? Nah, she ain't a chicken. She's a pumpkin. She's a big lady, too. I expected she was at least 2,000 pounds. Oh, my God. Not too easy to move something like that. Could be she rolled off down a hill, but I can't be looking for her just yet with everything else going on. Oh, Big Betty's missing, not your mom. Oh. Let's see. Hey, your dad was killed by ditchlings. They're monsters that show up when something bad is gonna happen. They're the things that have been stealing your chickens. I never heard of a ditchling before, but whatever they are, they won't stop me from trying to find my daddy. Daddy. Have you seen anything strange on the farm the last couple days? Not really, no. But I've been awful busy with everything that's been happening. Them chickens keep disappearing, though. He died on the northwest edge of town off the Azina Trail. Thank you, Bean. I appreciate you trying to help us out. I don't rest easy knowing he's out there somewhere all by his lonesome. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Your phone buzzes. He's so big! Oh my god, hey, I overslept. Still, gotta make myself breakfast, meet at the library after, figure out a plan. Then it buzzes again. Hey again, lol. If you want to come over for breakfast, would honestly love to hang out. Buzzes yet again. Someone's been busy this morning. Sliding into the DMs, are we? Smiley face. Kanika! If you want to hang out before the library thing, I'm parked in the abandoned lot by the gas station. It's hard to miss. You have plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house. Alright, so we can go after Kanika, swing by Stella's, checking on Oscar. Avery. We're gonna go next door, because that's not too terribly far away. Dang, the miners are here in abundance. The diner's busy, but its vibe is different from the past 2 days. Its atmosphere muted and serious. The miners glance up at you with suspicion. Hey, good to see you alive and well. You caught me at a good time. Break just started. Hey, what's up? I heard about what happened last night. The diner's been buzzing all morning, so I've been hearing a lot of things. Seems like those fellas back there are getting pretty riled up. Might be a good idea to give them some privacy, especially considering, you know, who you're related to. How about we take some biscuits to go? There's a little garden next door. I think you might like it. Yes! I like it anyway. Oh, but I want to know what's going on. As long as they're biscuits, I'm there. Oh, they'll be biscuits, all right. 2 buns, please. Sourface cooks, nods, and sets a box on the counter. See you, Aunt Winnie. Don't get my Avery in any trouble, Bean. I heard about what you've been getting up to, and if anything happens to them, you'll learn the true wrath of a southern woman. Hello, stinky son. Are you the true wrath? Are you the wrath? We'll be sticking around the neighborhood. Unless the sinkhole opens up, I can't imagine there's much trouble to get into.
Hello, stinky son.
I forgot about the community garden. And this is the spot. It's a public garden I've been putting together. Oh, it's so cool. It's just an empty lot when I first moved here, but Winnie said it was okay for me to mess with it. So when I'm stuck in a rut with work or music, I come here and dig around in the dirt, just organizing the chaos for a little while. But I don't think we came here to talk about my side projects. I've been hearing some absolutely wild stuff about last night. I mean, I don't know how much you overheard of the diner, but it seems like the miners are planning a strike. Some of them have been saying the old mine is haunted, too, that ghosts caused the collapse. I heard about what happened to Oscar's kid, too. What really went down last night? Aw, jeez. Wait, the workers are striking? Yeah, and all it took was little Rosalina being hospitalized. Honestly, it was a long time coming. The strike, that is. This clash was inevitable. Sure was. As are all clashes when power's in play. Sure is. That's life, isn't it? I don't know about you, but I'm rooting for the underdog here. Yeah, I'm not texting tout. Listen. I'm pro-union, everybody. Listen, we love a union here. Hey, let's fill Avery in on everything. You do your best to sound sane as you fill Avery in on all the details of what happened in the mines. The knocking, the ghostly figures of dust and light, the strange episode with the stone, and of course the violent way it all ended. Holy shit. Between this and all the stuff that happened in the woods, it's like this town personally has it in for you. Oh, it's my Scarlet blood. It's like a curse or something. Or something. Guess you could have stayed in Caffeine Nation. You should have. Scarlet Hollow clearly has a bone to pick with you. Family, am I right? Sucks that just sharing genetics with somebody is enough to inextricably tie you together forever, even beyond the grave. I could feel the chains of destiny drag me here. Destiny isn't usually fun. That's an outlook. I guess it depends on your definition of fun, though. I don't really like to admit it, but it's kind of exciting, isn't it? Things actually happening around here. And I just wish I weren't hearing about it secondhand. Seems like that's how I hear about a lot of things in town. Guess I should be glad I haven't gotten in the middle of it all that danger, but at the same time, I want to know what these ghost miners looked like, you know? I want to have seen those awful little things that live in the woods. Yeah, kind of. I get it. My God, I just realized that this is the mansion up here. Oh, I just saw something else too. Look at how not on that is. Also, you might not be able to see it, but right here where I'm circling in the middle, our good friend Wayne is just hanging out, just watching us. I hate it here. I hate it here. My son is licking the outside of my coffee cup. Everything is great. I also hope it quiets down. The past 2 days have probably been as much horror as this town can handle. Sorry, I must seem a little off my rocker. We're flirting, everyone. You want to trade places with me? You can be the stranger who just came to town and brought hell with them, and I'll be the charming diner employee with a bunch of interesting patterned shirts. Aw, you think I'm charming? Seriously, though, it wasn't too long ago that I was in your shoes, minus the hell part. Winnie was more welcoming than Tabitha, but other folks, not so much. It's not like Charlotte was a huge city, but you'd think I'd just come from somewhere like New York. I'd trade places with you in a heartbeat. A quiet breeze passes over you. You're hot. So you like plants? We're gonna do that one first. We're leading up to the you're hot. Couldn't you tell? You should see my place. It's practically a jungle. I got pothos, monstra, piglia, a few variety of fern, and permurium. Yes. I'll spare you the full roster. It'll take all day. For, say, a gift. Any plants I should avoid? A gift? You don't have to go to all that trouble. I should probably get you something. You're the one who's in town because of a family tragedy. But just in case it's handy, the only kind of plant that never did it for me is succulents. I need something that reminds me it's a living thing and not a fancy kind of rock that I water every now and then. Stop calling me out! Stop it! Those are the only kinds of plants that are living alive in my house right now. Don't tell anyone I said that. Folks in town keep getting me succulents as gifts, and I don't want them to think I don't appreciate the gesture. How dare you say that about succulents? They're perfect babies. I don't know enough about plants to weigh in here. Keep hanging out with me, I'm sure you'll be an expert in no time. And I'm sure you would agree that succulents are overrated. Oh no! Let's see. Do you have a favorite? No, it'd have to be my dragon scale alocasia. Alright, you know I'm looking up what that looks like. Alocasia. What do you look like? Oh, it's big! It's big and got big leaves. It's huge. Well, okay, I guess it's not that big. It's just big fern. A cute little... Oh, they're pretty! Hang on, let me get you a good picture. I'm trying to find the coolest one. There we go. Look at this guy. Look how cool they are. It's just like a fern. Like a cool little wrinkly fern. That's so neat. Wow. Wow. I mean, that's a cool fern. I admit it's partially because it's called dragon scale, like it's some kind of a fan from a fantasy world. But it's also cutting from one of my online plant friends. I've got pretty busy, so we don't talk much anymore, but every time I look at that plant, it reminds me that someone cared enough to package it up and send it to me. Plus, the leaves look like big puffy cartoons. Excellent quality in a plant. You're hot. Avery chuckles. So I've been told. Though I hope you came to see me for more than just the eye candy. You mentioned music? Are you a musician? Yeah, I've got a SoundCloud and everything. Pretty much what I want to do for the rest of my life, whether it winds up being profitable or not. What do you play? Synths. Yes. I got 3 of them, and I'd have more, but I promised myself I'd only add the collection when I master the ones I already have. Started with bass guitar, though. Don't ask me why, the bass just called to me. I'd love to hear your stuff sometimes. Hello, Yowie. Hello. Aw, thanks. I'll send you the link, but you'll hear some at the party this Saturday if you swing by. Also, don't worry if it's not your thing. I don't expect everyone I know to vibe with it, so no pressure. I won't ask those things. Seems you've made some good friends here. Oh, sure. Kanika's friendly, though she's usually busy with the store. And Stella, she's one of the nicest people I know, and she stops by the diner at least a couple times a week to say hi. But I still don't feel like I know her. Like has some kind of wall up. Oh my god, son. Sit, please. Thank you. It's the same for a lot of folks around town, honestly. Ugh. Most of them grew up together, so they don't talk about the tougher parts of their lives. They just know each other so well. And someone like me, a transplant they don't trust, doesn't know about any of it. And it's not my business to ask, so I'm polite, I do my job, I go home, I take care of my plants, wake up the next day and do it all again in a town full of friendly strangers. Huh. You sound unhappy. I wouldn't say that. This is the happiest I've ever been. And it's not like I'm all alone. I have Aunt Winnie, but still. As chill as she is, there's things you just don't talk about with your aunt. And I guess I'm not unhappy, just a little lonely. I started to notice that Stella does have walls. Yep. Sometimes it feels like we're dealing with different realities. Yeah, you notice them after a while. Things she doesn't quite say, things she's hiding even from herself. I think she struggles to process bad things that happen to her. She just pretends they never happened, maybe hoping that means she can pretend to live in a world where they didn't. But they still impact her, like the car thing. And if you try to talk to her about it, walls. Let's see. When we hung out with Kanika yesterday, I felt like she and Stella hadn't really hung out in a while. Yeah, she's usually either working or too exhausted from work to hang out. The fact that she even got that FaceTime shows how serious things are getting around here. Everyone here is kind of hiding something from me. That's pretty refreshing to hear, to be honest. I'm glad there's finally a new stranger in town that I can talk to about this stuff. The miners come and go, sure, but they have their own little community, and it's much more accepting of new people. The rest of Scarlet Hollow, though, I don't know. Maybe I just miss the city. You want to come ghost hunting with us tonight? Me and Stella and Kanika are gonna ghost bust Oscar's house, I think around sundown. Ghost hunting? Hell yes. Count me in. I don't know if I believe in ghosts, but with the sort of freaky stuff Scarlet Hall's been throwing at you this week, I guess I'll be prepared for anything. Thanks for thinking to invite me. I really appreciate that. You're welcome. What do you honestly think about this town? It's definitely quiet. It's good to have hobbies to try and stay busy, but yeah, it gets boring. You don't tend to meet many new people or try new things, but it's cheap, and Winnie pays me a much higher wage than I'd make in the city, so I'm gonna stick around, save up. Maybe eventually I'll move someplace else. I don't like to think I'll wind up stuck at the diner for the rest of my life, but I don't know where I'd move either. Hopefully I figure it out one day. Is everything here yours? I mean, technically it's a public garden, but yeah, pretty much every piece of green you see here is something I've personally planted. Once my house filled up, I had to direct that energy somewhere. So I put all of it into the vacant lot next to the diner. Ugh, there's a boy on my lap. I didn't make the frames of the benches, that was Julius, but everything else was me. A lot of these are the native plants that were already growing in the lot, though I couldn't help but add a few of my personal faves. Hydrangeas and begonias and that sort of thing, and plenty of beds of edible plants. And I'm about to put in a bunch of mums, what with the season changing. This doesn't feel like autumn without him. Who's Julius? You know the guy who sits at the back of the diner reading the newspaper? That's Julius. He lives out in the farms, but the diner's practically his second home. He's there every day, reading his newspaper and drinking at least a pot's worth of coffee. Are you friends with him? He's a bit of a strange dude. I'm not sure if I call him a friend, though I'd like to. He's more like some kind of wish-granting gnome. I can't say I ever really talked to the guy, despite him being there almost every day. But one day I was chatting with Winnie about how I was looking for a bench for the garden, and the next morning, there it was. A hand-carved bench sitting in the garden. I thought it must have been Winnie, but that day when I brought Julius a coffee, he asked me if I liked the bench. I said yes, and he grumbled a "you're welcome" before going back to his paper. He did it a lot after that. I'd mentioned something I needed to Winnie, and sure enough, the next day I'd be waiting in the garden. Julius and I talk a little more these days, and I've even been to his house to pick up a new frame for one of the beds. But he's a, man of few words. Strikes me as a bit of a loner. Maybe he feels some kind of kindred connection between us. I don't know. I didn't see him there today. Yeah, he hasn't been in. He left early yesterday, and I haven't seen him at all today. Maybe he's working on something. I might start getting worried if he doesn't show up tomorrow. I don't think anyone else really checks in on the guy. Do lots of folks come here? I come here. That's enough for me. Handful of other folks every now and then, too.
We're gonna enjoy a quiet moment.
You let the breeze wash over you as you enjoy a quiet moment in Avery's garden.
A buzz buzz.
Almost forgot, it's Mayor Jimmy Day!
Good excuse to head over to the library. We should check in with Oscar. Meet y'all there in half an hour.
I totally blanked on that. Being having a weird, foggy morning. Sad. Wild that they're still doing the Major Jimmy thing even after last night. Do you think news has spread yet? But yeah, we should go see Oscar. See y'all soon. That's a lot of text. It's Mayor Jimmy Day? Oh, it's Mayor Jimmy Day. Hell yeah. He's one of the best parts of living here, honestly. I've still got a little bit of time to kill before my shift starts back up, and I'm sure Aunt Winnie won't mind. Let's get over there before there's too much of a crowd. Hell yeah, hell yeah. If you haven't met Mayor Jimmy, everybody, you're about to, and it's about to be the best thing of your entire life. You and Avery make your way to the library. It's busier than usual. A small crowd has already formed in the corner of the main foyer.
Oh, hey, Bean. And Avery, too.
The human who smells of breakfast. But I see no bacon, no biscuits. How dare my senses be tantalized so and all for a lie.
Hey, can't believe I'd almost forgotten about Major Jimmy Day. Thank God we have something to do this morning. My family's been driving me nuts.
Yes, the whole gang's here. And Avery, too. Oh, I've been waiting to introduce Bean to the mayor for, like, the entire time I've known them. I've never gotten to introduce someone to the mayor before.
It'll be worth it. Trust us.
All right, shall we?
The mayor.
Look at Mayor Jimmy.
He's a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. And Unless you're mistaken, the serious man by his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following your encounter in the woods on Monday. The mayor's little nose starts twitching as you approach. His doggy eyes shine with a curious intensity. What have you got? You've got something wet and nutty. Offer him a campaign contribution. You hold out your now slightly rancid bag of boiled peanuts. Yes. The mayor's nose twitches eagerly at their strong order, and then he's on them in a flash, ripping through the plastic and devouring the self-shelled legumes. Drop it, sir. Drop it. No. Let him eat. His security detail tries to tear him away, but it's too late. The peanuts are already eaten. Thank you for the generous campaign donation.
Oh, hey, you finally got rid of those things.
You better hope those nuts settle well. If the mayor gets any tummy trouble after eating your disgusting pocket peanuts, there will be hell to pay.
Why, I never. Now you see what I mean. Not so much as begging before he dove right for the snacks. I've smelled those peanuts on you since day one, and you never saw me become such an animal over them.
Good morning, citizen. I don't believe we've met. He holds out his paws as if to shake your hand. He's a dog. Lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. You take his little paw in your hand, but the burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking, only head pats and ear scratchings allowed. I must apologize for my security detail. He has my best intentions at heart, but he can be a little gruff at times. Aren't you Deputy Franklin? Not when I'm off duty. The mayor scoffs. Off duty. The services you render for me are more important than your police work. Yeah, you still haven't found Duke's body. What are you doing here? Like I said, I'm off duty, and I don't make a habit of discussing official police business with out-of-towners. And especially not with suspicious out-of-towners. Now, let's hear the stranger out. Tourism is part of this town's lifeblood, after all.
Hey, Bean hasn't done anything wrong. I was there.
This discussion is over, Miss Richmond, unless you'd like to add to our suspicious persons list as well. Now meet the mayor like a good citizen and move along. I knew he'd be a dog. And what bearing does that have on anything?
Aw, did Tabby ruin it for you?
This town has had a dog as the mayor since the early 1900s. That's just how we do things around here for some reason.
It's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow, besides the nature. And all my friends and Winnie's Biscuits. Oh, and the close-knit small-town community, of course. But having a dog mayor is a close fifth, no contest.
He's pretty cute, too. It's almost like he really thinks he's the mayor, the way he sits all regal like that. Avery turns to you conspiratorially. Though, to be honest, I voted for Daisy in the last election, but don't tell him that. Now, is there something I can help you with? You're not one of my constituents. I'd like to make sure I spend plenty of time with the voters. Mr. Mayor, there's something very serious going on in the town. We need your help. Murmurs stir in the crowd behind you as you relay the danger to the mayor. Of course. The pet disappearances. I've been made aware of the situation. But what do you expect me to do about it? It's autumn. That's tourist season in Scarlet Hollow. I can't turn away the lifeblood of this town, not with the mine faltering the way it is. There was a mine collapse last night. We don't need any more news of disaster coming out of Scarlet Hollow. Do you understand? You care about tourists? You're very well spoken. Deaf people are watching, don't be too suspicious. No. You care about tourists? Am I missing something here?
Just let Bean work their magic. They're good with animals.
I love it. Yeah, just go with it. It defies all rational explanation, but it's like animals actually talk to them. All right, Bean's an animal whisperer. I'm down with that. Of course, I'm the mayor. I know what goes on in this town, and I know what the people need to see. And what they need to see is their elected official not breaking down in public. I'm a pillar of this community. I need to present myself as strong, calm, and collected in the face of danger. Otherwise, it might cause a panic. And nobody wants that, right?
I have heard just about enough from you, Jimmy. Look at you putting on a show in front of your adoring fans while the dogs of this town are snatched up by monsters in the woods, hoping the humans will clean it all up for you. When are you finally gonna do something meaningful for the hairier citizens of Scarlet Hollow? Now, Miss Gretchen, there's no need. Scraps never would have done these things, let these things prowl the woods for so long. And yet you sit back waiting for the humans to notice and letting more innocent dogs suffer? You know, I almost lost my life to those things the other night, and my goodness, haven't you heard about that poor Duke? Now, Gretchen, a lot of those were old dogs. It's fair of me to assume they simply went to the big farm upstate. Don't you dare talk to me about old dogs.
I guess every politician is corrupt and cowardly, even the actual dogs. Shelly, your dog is yelling at the mayor. She's got a good point, Mr. Mayor.
You're damned right I do. Scraps would have been out in the woods at the first sign of trouble, tearing out the throats of any creatures who dared threaten the dogs of Scarlet Hollow. Yet here he is, posing for the little rectangle that, like nothing is wrong in this town.
Gretchen is unhappy.
Well, Gretchen, calm down, old girl. You're gonna pull a muscle.
Mr. Franklin, I think now's a good time to dispose of this riffraff. Can the security guard talk to animals? Miss Richmond, I'm going to have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor.
I should have known better. These two have never been able to get along. Bean, you've got to fill me in on their feud later. I've always been curious about why Gretchen gets so fussy near Mr. Mayor Jimmy.
Mr. Mayor. Stella walks off, still struggling to hold Gretchen as she shouts insults back at Jimmy.
Ingrate, ne'er-do-well, you dog.
Kanika and Avery are quick to follow. Frickin' mayor. Frickin' corrupt mayor. Looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room.
Oh, there he is.
Before you catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. It's hard to put a finger on it, but something compels you to dislike him. Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor may have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Bean. Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. You must be the creepy pastor. I doubt Perline's in a better place. It sounds like she was awful. Oh, I'm sure she wasn't that bad. Most people are good deep down inside. It's best not to speak ill of the dead. Janie mentioned you this morning. What a beautiful face to have for your wife. That woman is the light of my life. So glad she's there to help your cousin through this rough patch. Hey, do you know anything about ghosts? Ghosts? I've never encountered one myself, but I've heard stories of folks who have been visited by their loved ones from beyond the grave. Seems like it provides them a sort of spiritual healing. Like their beloved relatives are watching over them, even in death. Is this about Perline, or perhaps your mother? Have you been visited by her? Ew, no, I mean real ghost stuff. Never mind. Okie dokie then. The mayor's a huckster and a fraud. Back off, preacher man. Yeah. The mayor's a huckster and a fraud. He cares more about tourism than the fate of this town. The pastor goes quiet for a second, his face suddenly white as a sheet. The smile fades from his face as he stares at you intently, studying your expression. You too? Oh, damn, I forgot the pastor can talk to animals. He glances to either side before continuing. I thought I was the only one. Please, come visit me at the church soon. Seems like we might have a lot to talk about. Dang, I forgot that the pastor and I share something. He hurries off, quiet and serious. Nothing to do now but to catch up with your companions. Oh my god. Poor Rosalina. I can't even imagine how scary this has been for her. She seems in high spirits right now, but they've got her on some pretty strong pain medication, so I'm not sure how she's going to feel when that wears off.
And it was the whole foot?
Yeah, it's bad, but she's alive. We'll both be able to move on from this. We just have to get through the tough parts first. We're here for you, man. Thank you. All of you. Everything feels like it happened so fast, and I know our whole lives have changed, but it's taking my mind a little bit to catch up. I feel like such a mess. I hope it isn't keeping me from being the dad she needs right now. I'm sorry to cut our conversation short, but I'd better get going. I was only supposed to come back to pick up a few things, but then the hospital called and said there'd been some big bus accident on the highway and they need the bed, so I have to come pick her up. And even though our house is still haunted, the only place she can lie down until then is the dirty back room that drove her away in the first place. And Mayor Jimmy Day is happening, and sorry. I'm just a little overwhelmed. It's okay, Oscar. We're here to help.
Yeah, we're gonna get that ghost.
If you'd like, we could cleanse your house while you go pick her up. It seems like a good idea to do it while the sun's up anyway, right? If only, but it doesn't come out during the day. So any cleansing attempts are going to have to wait until after nightfall. I'm still not sure we can get rid of it at all. I think I'd have to see for myself that it's gone. Managed to trick me a couple of times, and I can't handle any more surprises right now.
I've got every ghost hunting device known to man. You're in good hands, Oscar.
We have the power of friendship on our side.
Don't worry, Oscar. We'll fix this. Look at all my friends. Heck yeah, we will.
Yeah, whatever it is, we'll get to the bottom of it tonight. Tonight. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm heading out now. It should be dark by the time we get back, so I suppose I'll see you then. Oscar hurries off, car keys jangling as he jogs out the door. Everyone, I would like to just update you that Armstrong is in fact asleep on my lap, and he is big, and he is large, and he's heavy, and he's cute.
Let's head up to Reese's. Maybe we can get him to come ghost hunting with us.
Oh no, you're not going to try to get Dr. Kelly to let him leave the house, are you? She'll kick us out even for asking. I wonder if he knows what happened last night. I don't know how disconnected he is from the news around town. Geez, should we tell him? It's always better to know about stuff like this. Withholding information and trying to keep people in the dark on purpose doesn't really help anyone. That's my opinion, at least. Anyway, y'all have fun at Dr. Kelly's place. Catch you tonight in the haunted house.
See ya, Avery. Anyway, shall we?
Time to go.
Baby.
So about the mayor.
Right. Is he gonna help us? What was he like?
I liked the cut of his jib. He's corrupt. That dog cares more about tourist money than protecting the town. Does Scarlet Hollow even get tourists? Kanika laughs.
We get a few. Who all come to see the mayor. The plot thickens.
Oh, I finally met Pastor Daniel. It was only a matter of time until he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. My dad died. I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving those little pamphlets at checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. I think he comes off a little weird because he shares my gift.
Wait, you don't mean... Hi.
Yeah, he corroborated some of the things the mayor told me. Okay, assuming for a minute that both you and Pastor Daniel have the magical power of speaking to animals, I don't think that's enough to explain how weird the guy is. For instance, I like you, and I don't like the pastor.
Buddy. Wonder how many people out there share your gift. There's so many implications. Yeah. If only I could talk to animals.
I'm going to continue to pretend that Bean is just really good at reading animal body language. I don't think I can handle any more world-shattering revelations this week. I wonder if the pastor's cursed. I felt something odd when he came up to me, and the way everyone dislikes him seems excessive. Unnaturally excessive.
I know this is weird coming from me, but not everything in this town has to be spooky for supernatural reasons. Sometimes people just give off bad vibes.
Agreed. We're allowed to dislike him even though he hasn't done anything wrong. That we know of. Okay. Do you mind if I invite Tabitha ghost hunting? Please don't.
Oh my god, yes. Can you imagine how much fun it would be if she actually shows? Baby.
Stella, come on. I know you think you have some sort of a bond with her, but she's awful. She isn't even nice to you.
You just haven't given her a chance. Maybe if she comes along tonight, the two of you will finally get along.
No. I'm inviting her. She could also say no. Kanika sighs as you shoot your cousin a text and invite her to the evening's ghost hunt. All right, you invited her. Let's not get into it. If we're lucky, she'll be too busy at the Mind Stevens show.
Aw, don't say that, Neeks. If we're lucky, we'll have another opportunity to forge a bond of friendship between the two of you. Well, meh. All right, shall we head out?
The three of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's.
What's up, buddy?
You once again find yourself in front of Reese's house. A cold hesitation grips you as the building looms over the hilltop. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? Sir, could you just chill your butt? Chill your behind. He's just he whips his tail back and forth. What are you doing? You're so cute.
But you gotta go. Goodbye.
Oh, he's so heavy.
There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. Well, there's just extra time you get to spend together. Well,
okay, but what if she yells at us? Him! It's too late. The door swings open. I gotta blow my nose. Hang on.
bleh.
Ugh. Reese. Hey.
Reese.
Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Bean, right? I've heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I got all the Bean updates.
My goodness gracious, there's something that smells terribly off about that boy. Get away from my Stella, you fiend.
Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. Are they here already?
Hello.
I knew you'd show up early, Stella, and you brought the dog. Great.
Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden. Get off of my nose.
The dog stays outside. But it's okay, Stella. We can just let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC, leave her some treats. You know I always have some of those Easy Chew dog jerky stashed away. The gall, the gumption. This is a violation of my rights.
But we go everywhere together.
Do you want to come in or not? Kanika nervously tugs Stella away towards her van.
You keep her safe from that monster Bean, you hear? Don't let a feather of harm fall on my darling Stella.
Well, what about you, Bean? You coming in? Sure. You follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind you. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging in the walls, you'd be half convinced you'd wandered into a real estate showing.
So, how can I lend a hand?
By sitting down at the table and not putting around in my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner, and you can leave my house and go on about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We have some time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? God, see, like, I know what's up with Reese. So I get part of what Dr. Kelly's deal is, but like, y'all, she still sucks. It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow.
I don't mind a little mess.
Yeah, I doubt it can be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yes, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. Cool, we'll just be downstairs.
You won't even know we're here. Or there, or anywhere.
You make your way towards the basement stairs. It's so cool, but also, yikes. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all of his time confined in his studio. Discarded canvases line its edges while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls and paint sneering out from their creator. At their creator, even. Like, it's rad. But also, it's a basement. Worms. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. I haven't been cleaning much. Your whole situation's gotta be rough. Sorry. Thanks, but I've been dealing with this thing for a while, so you don't have to feel sorry for me. I come to terms with the way the rest of my life's gonna be.
You're so macabre. Macabre, Reese. You make it sound like you've been sentenced to death.
You
Haven't, right?
Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's been getting worse. I can barely keep food down. My skin always itches like there's worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time or a short time. No one's really sure. But I'm definitely not gonna get better. Whatever time I have left is gonna be miserable. So I've done my mourning. My best years are behind me. My future's unknowable, but one day I'll end up in a pine box just like everyone else, and I'm okay with that. Damn, Reese, I may be goth, but that's some real nihilistic shit.
We'll make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right?
Thanks, guys, but you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art. I'm doing fine, really. True, when we all become worm. True, we all worm. See, Bean gets me. Stella, maybe it was a mistake to get these two together. Your mom is scary.
I feel like she used to be less scary, but maybe I was just oblivious as a teen.
Speak for yourself. It's possible she's gotten a bit of an edge lately. I think my condition's been stressing her out a lot. It used to be something she thought she could fix, but I think she kind of accepted that it's just something we have to manage. But even if she's a little harsh, she means well. She's just looking out for me. We can flirt? Should we flirt with Reese? Oh, I don't like this one, though. No. She's kind of hot. No. Is isolating you from your friends looking out for you? I don't think she does. Does she do that? She did turn us away yesterday. You came by yesterday? She didn't tell me. I was probably just asleep. She must have forgotten to mention it. I don't know if I would call that isolating. She didn't want to wake me up. I don't think that's her being controlling or anything.
Not to cast out on any of that, but she did say I couldn't bring you any food. She knows that's how I show my friends how much I appreciate them. And she knows I can work around all kinds of allergies and intolerances. And not gonna lie, it felt weird.
I don't know. My body is pretty particular when it comes to food. She just prefers to have full control over what I eat. So, okay, maybe that does sound controlling. But it's for a good reason. If I eat the wrong thing, it could really mess me up. So she has to regulate my feud. Alright. I want to talk about your art. It's rad. Except each piece exudes a sickening miasma. It's like you can feel something squirming behind the paint, the brushstrokes acting as steel bars, trapping some anguished being within. I feel the emotions you put into these. They're writhing just behind the paint, radiating pain and anguish. I know what you mean. I feel it too. When I'm working on them, it's like I'm channeling whatever's plaguing me into the paint. When they're done, I feel like I've been emptied out and all the vile things inside me have been sealed away in the canvas. That's why I make so many of them. Sometimes when I return to a piece, it's almost like I'm offering an invitation for those feelings to slither back under my skin. There's some pieces I can't even look at. I hide them until I forget they exist. I'd rather not let those particular feelings back in. Sounds kind of like therapy? That seems healthy, probably.
Yeah, art therapy. It sounds like it does you good. Being empty must be better than being full of bad thoughts, right?
Oh, baby. Oh, Stella. Oh, Stella. I think so. Works for me, at least. Ooh. Let's see. If you need someone to pose for your paintings. Hey, that's quite a movie collection you got. Any recommendations? Let me think. Have you heard of Shinochi Deathblood? I saw it for the first time recently. Blew me away. Excellent example of both Japanese horror and found footage done right. We could even put it on after dinner if you guys get interested. Damn, I would usually be down for that, but we gotta head over to Oscar's after this.
We promised we'd ghost bust his place. He's apparently been dealing with a bad haunting.
I feel like we should really be there for him tonight, considering everything that's happened. He and Rosalina both need our support right now. I'll take a rain check on that movie, though.
Yeah, we'll definitely come by for a movie night this week. I'm free tomorrow night. Same goes for Bean.
I should probably work tomorrow, but I can close up early. You want to come ghost hunting with us tonight?
Oh, wow. You think you'd be down for that? We'd love to have you.
That would be so amazing, but I haven't had the best luck leaving the house lately. Even just walking to town is enough to put me in bed for a week. It sucks. But make sure you bring your camera, Stella. I want to see everything that happens. Nice. All right. Has Stella told you about everything that's happened the past couple of days? Every detail. I wish I could see some of it myself, but, you know. He gestures in futility around the walls in the basement.
You sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights?
The doc isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick, you know that.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to...
There's nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die's been cast. But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? Do you have any thoughts about the ditchlings? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night.
Wait, really? Is that why you texted me back that they looked like something out of your nightmares?
Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put it together that we might have been seeing the same thing until just now. I've been catching them, actually. Tell me what you think.
They're like little melty babies.
Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night.
What does it mean that they've been lurking around here, though?
I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. Agree to disagree with you there. Those things are going to be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. What do you think is going on with Wayne? Who?
You know, the guy who's been following Bean around and being all ominous.
Oh yeah, that slasher creep. I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he's got going on. Here's hoping he doesn't live up to the looks. For all our sakes. What do you think of my cousin? She was always so distant and mean. I mean, I probably would have thought she had it out for me personally if she wasn't like that towards everyone. Or if I thought she even knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now.
She's still terrible. You guys just never took the chance to get to know her. She's actually real funny and sweet.
I'll pass, thanks. Hey, Reese, do you think this town is doomed? I think everything is probably doomed at some point, but I guess that's answering a different question. Do I think the town of Scarlet Hollow is on the brink of collapse? Probably not, but it's not like I have a lot of perspective on what it's like out there. There could be rioting on Main Street, and if Stella or Doc didn't tell me, I just wouldn't know.
I would totally tell you if there was a riot.
Would Dr. Kelly tell you, though? I mean, yeah, I hope so, but the point I'm trying to make is that other people are my eyes out there. Dinner's gotta be ready by now, right? Almost on cue, Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table. Guess that's it for catching up. Make sure you all wash your hands with soap. I don't want anyone sharing their germs.
Sure thing, Doc.
I'm allergic to soap and can't wash my hands. Go wash my hands. No use saying anything here. It's probably just best to silently comply. Look at these photographs. We got hand. We got lady. Boy. Boy, lady. An anatomical heart. A dragon. Face. Person. Person face. Face. Terrible face. Horse! You make your way towards the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you've actually wandered into a different, older house. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it, something dark and cold. You've felt this before, in the dusty tunnels you so narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum, like a muted scream heard through the layers of rock, trying to draw you out towards it. You feel lightheaded. You're compelled to approach the door, drawn as if hypnotized. Something wants you to find it. Open the door. There's so many options. Oh my gosh, I have so many options, y'all. You can open the door. You can open the door. Mystical snap yourself out of it. Oh my god, I can't believe we have an option. Haha. You do your best to snap yourself out of it, turning to the bathroom and dutifully washing your hands before joining your companions at the table. Look at this spaghetti meal. Ah, plain noodles. That's gonna be good. Dinner's already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella's nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. She sits opposite you at the far end of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. Pills. She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I work too many hours to make my own pasta sauce.
Well, you have an excellent taste in crayons. If you ever want any tips on easy homemade cooked pasta sauces, you know what?
No thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. You didn't tell me they came by yesterday. You were asleep. I didn't want to wake you up. But you could have told me. Why? They were coming over today anyway. I would just rather know these things. Noted. Let's do some small talk. Why? The food is really good. You're a doctor. Have you seen a dead body? I sure have. Oops. Thanks for putting this together, Dr. Kelly. I don't usually have to cook for so many people, so I'm glad there's just enough for everybody. Reminded me what it used to be like when these two would come over. Hungry teenagers, eating me out of house and home. Should have charged your parents for all the food you kids went through, honestly. It's like I was running a restaurant, not a doctor's office. How well do you know Tabitha? Not very. I'd know her a lot better if your family didn't seem so afraid of doctors. I can count on one hand the number of times she's been in my office. No wonder everyone but that old Edwardine died so young. Hopefully your mother was better at taking you to doctor visits. Wouldn't be surprised if there's something genetic at play, and it's much better to catch those things early. Thanks, Doc. Does no one in this town have two parents? Let's see. Reese is a talented artist. You must be really proud of him. He's got a lot of skill honed through practice and dedication. Can't say I understand a lot of his pieces, but of course I'm proud. Thanks, Doc. It feels weird, like, talking about him when he's here. Must break your heart having to isolate your friend from the world like this. Or your son, even. It's just another unfortunate side effect of his illness. Both of us have just had to come to terms with it. It's not a life I wanted for him, but it's a life he has to lead.
Maybe he doesn't have to? Ow, geez, Kenny, your boots are heavy.
Sorry, Dr. Kelly, we're totally respectful of Reese's boundaries, even though they might seem a little arbitrary and strict. Isn't that right, Stella?
You can kick me all you like. It won't change my bold attitude and outgoing personality.
You know, Doc, I feel pretty okay. I don't think having people over is all that rough on me. We'll see how you feel in an hour. Let's be intrusive. What exactly does he have? It's a combination of genetic diseases that give him a fragile immune system, among other things. It's too much to get into, a lot of technical terms that I'd have to explain. It's not good dinner talk, and it can't be pleasant for him to have to hear it again, so let's just drop it. I'm fine talking about it. I'd rather we talk about something else.
Well then,
the danger. You know, this is actually a great question. Hey, you're a doctor. Where were you last night when Rosalina got hurt? I'm a doctor, not an EMT. But once she's back in town, I expect we'll be seeing a lot of each other. She won't be the first amputee I've treated, so at least I have some experience, but a poor kid. It's gotta be a tough adjustment. I just hope I can be helpful to her. Poor Rosalina.
I think she'll be just fine. Oscar said she seemed in high spirits.
Pain meds will do that. You can feel the tension at the table start to rise. Have you seen any sick animals lately? I'm a doctor, not a vet. Didn't someone come in with a sick cow last week? Yes, but it's not like I examined the thing. I told them what I just told you and sent them on their way. You said it had lumps. Sure, it had lumps, but I assumed it was from suffering from some cow disease. It's not something I've done much research on, and I don't know how normal it is for a cow to be covered in lumps. Doesn't that sound like ditchlings? Are no farm animals safe from their devious clutches? Dr. Kelly, in Stella's footage, it looks like there was something pupating outside of one of Duke's chickens. I bet those were the lumps in the cow. You really should have taken a look. You could have made discoveries previously unknown to the scientific world. Or I could have spread some new horrible disease to my chronically ill son. I'll leave these discoveries to someone else. Aside from Reese's mom staring down the table, nobody's making eye contact with anyone else. Well, how about hallucinations? Anybody coming in with that? I'm not at liberty to discuss private medical information.
Are you sure? Not even a little bit? It would help our investigation into the strange goings-on. It's not like you have to name names.
Investigation into what? The mine collapse? I think this is best left to professional Stella, not someone who runs around in the woods with a camcorder. Judging by the police response so far, Dr. Kelly, I don't think it is. We saw some stuff down in the mines last night that I struggled to explain. Maybe if we knew if there was any miners suffering from hallucinations, we could just rule it out as a gas leak, but you were in an abandoned mine. The chances that you were huffing something dangerous and hallucinatory are through the roof. Leave it at that and treat it as a tragic accident it was and not some kind of mystery to unravel. Okay. How about any weird illnesses in town? What? No. Are you sure you haven't met anyone with the miners who had unusual symptoms? Anyone who seemed sort of drippy or strangely ominous when they talked? Sorry to pry, just doing my due diligence. Absolutely not. I barely see so much as a runny nose, which is a good thing. If you're so concerned about the mine, why don't you just have Bean ask Tabitha? I have no interest in violating HIPAA for your weird little investigation into nothing. Okay. We're gonna just quietly pick out our store-bought spaghetti and dinner rolls. So we were talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week while Bean is still in town. Well, let's just see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc.
Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay.
You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. Hang on, I forgot to... Hang on, hold on. Hang on. There we go. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever gonna change. I'm sick every day. I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom just to have friends of... Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix... Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open.
Reese?
Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it, I knew this would be too much. Everyone get out of my house, please. Just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. But we can't just leave him like this.
Now's when he needs friends the most.
No, now's when he needs me the most. I'm his doctor and his mother. God, I do dislike her immensely. Just so much. I know you care about him. I know that, and he knows it too, but all any of you do is get in the way. So just leave, please. He seemed fine before dinner. It always comes in waves, and I can't assure you right now he's very much not fine. Now leave. The three of you rush to the door.
We'll be back, Reese.
Hope you feel better soon. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of a lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. The door to the clinic felt like it had the same pull on me as a carving in the mines. Do you think something's back there? Another one of those carvings is somewhere in there. I'm certain of it. Okay, that'd be really weird. If we find it, do you think you'd get another vision? I'm just spitballing here, but I wonder if what that carving showed you last night is related to the ditchlands. You're not suggesting we go poking around in there, are you?
Of course I am. Maybe tomorrow?
I am not breaking into Dr. Kelly's clinic based on a bad vibe Bean got. Do you think Reese might have some supernatural affliction?
Like, related to what you felt in there? If he did, why wouldn't Dr. Kelly have it?
Makes more sense if he just has a genetic condition. Assuming there isn't any foul play.
Foul play?
The whole thing's just fishy, and after tonight, I feel like my fear of Dr. Kelly has gotten a lot more justified than I thought. Two seconds. Okay.
She's just overprotective. I'm sure that's all that's going on. And she has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. Can't imagine what that's like for both of them to go through.
Look, I'm just saying, maybe there's more to their dynamic than just him being sick, but it's not like there's much we can do about it right now.
We could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun's setting, and we don't want to miss a second of ghost action.
Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. Darkness.
See? Look, he's there. Look at all the things, the terrible, terrible things. We got ditchlings hanging out, and the statues and around and all over, and this scary haunted man.
Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. Maybe Kanika's right. Maybe ghosts aren't real, and the rest of tonight is going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. But you know that's not the case. There's something old and powerful in there, and you can feel it stir as the sun sets and daylight fades away. In the library. It's time to go to the library, everyone. We're in the library. The library. And actually, before we get too far into the library, I'm going to save it there because I have to get ready for an event later. And I got to shower and do stuff. So we're going to... I said at the start of stream it's going to be a shorter thing. So when we come back, the library. The library is great. And sometimes the library is haunted. Sometimes the library can have a little ghost as a treat. And that's okay.